in 1921 is when I was born. 22 miles south of Poplar and 16 miles east of Vida. And then in 1925, the family moved to Flaxville and lived on the Hardy place, Frank Hardy place. We lived there until 1937. And we moved. Dad lost that farm, foreclosure. In 37, we moved to the Rowe place, south and west of Flaxville. And Rowe was our uncle, so we lived there for well, I don't know how many years. Then in 1938, I joined the CC camp, and for my board and room, $1 a day. And I stayed with that until 1940, and I went to Alaska with the CC camp. And then after 1940, I came back to the United States. Then the Army got a hold of me. And December 1st, 1940, I was in the Army. And what do I sound like? Hell, my voice.
No, it's not.
I got out of the Army in late 43. Out of the Army. And from 43 till 46, I worked for the farmers around Flaxville. Different ones. And from 47 to 50, I worked, I run a farm south of Flaxville, south of Skokie, where we had cows and farmed. And I couldn't get along with him very good, so. And in 1950, I went to work and farmed and did carpenter work. And then I did mostly carpenter work. In 1954, we got married to Ann Darchuk. 1954. In 56, I did carpenter work from Art and Olson until, yeah, in 55, I worked for Art and Olson in the hardware store and building houses. And I did that for I don't know how many years. God dang it. Then I worked in 1967. I worked at school. Worked for the school until 78. But then in 59, I built my house. Moved into it in 1960. And I had my heart attack in 1970. In 75, had my heart operation. And then in 78, what did I do in 78? In 78, I retired from the school and started drawing Social Security, which wasn't too much. Then as I got sicker, I landed up in Miles City several times. And in 1988 was the last time I was in Miles City. And then in 89, I came to the Glenwood Nursing Home. And that's where I lay right now. In pretty good shape, just getting lazy. And I do some hobby work. I do latch work, pot holders, some craft ropes, and then what else? And I try to keep a smile on the old people's faces. Not that I'm old. Yeah. And I thank you very much.
All right. What about some questions, Linda? You wanna ask?
Do you want to answer some questions? Get out of here!
Go for it.
I'm asking Dad.
Yeah, I'll go back to him.
Stay on him. Okay, question number 1. I was just wondering, what do you remember of your grandma?
My grandma.
Your grandmother and grandfather?
I don't.
You don't remember?
No, I
Okay.
don't. That's why I say
Want to do this?
that's why I want to do this.
Uh-huh.
So they can show their kids.
Yep. Okay. When you think of your mom, what do you think of?
And my mother,
Yeah,
boy,
some fond memories of her.
she's just a piece of a gal. She's like Lucille, my sister Lucille, and my mother are just identical the same.
Huh.
She'd bend over backwards for anybody. I'll go out of their way to please anybody, even if it hurt her.
Kind of sounds like you.
My dad is a little more firm, you know. What he said he meant, but he was more rigid, which fathers generally are.
Uh-huh. Where were they born?
Well, they were born in Fargo, in Moorhead down there.
Uh-huh.
Minnesota.
Is it Moorhead? Is that little a horse?
Horse.
Forest. There you go.
Where you were born.
Yeah, that's just right where we're living now.
And then they see their dad homesteaded south of Poplar. So then for where your dad went, Dad followed. But he landed on a pile of rocks, my dad did. And of course, he couldn't make a living on it, so
Uh-huh.
they moved up here in 1924 and got this Hardy place. They bought, you know, but couldn't make the payments, so Frank Hardy foreclosed on them. And so he lost that. So then he moved into my uncle's place, which was south and west of Flaxville, 6 miles rather. And then he bought that from the county for $2,000, I think it was. And there's where he died. Folks died there. And it still belongs to Virgil's wife, Fritchie, there in Legare. The old house was still there. I don't know if it still is.
I haven't been out there for years.
I haven't either.
When you were a kid, what did you dream about being?
So strictly a farmer.
Really? You wanted to be a farmer?
Even then. I learned to become a carpenter when I started farming. And I'd sit there and I'd build a lot of houses on the fenders of a tractor. Oh, carpenter work was mine after I tried farming and couldn't make it. So I dreamt of being a carpenter.
Uh-huh.
Little kid.
So how did you learn your carpentry?
Working with different people and reading a lot of books. And I like craft work anyway, you know.
Uh-huh. Because you were just kind of a jack of all trades. You could do anything.
Yeah.
And you learned that just from watching other people and reading?
And reading, yeah, watching them and taking on the challenge myself. If somebody else couldn't figure out, I'd go and try to figure it out for them.
Huh. Did you ever make a real big mistake?
Big mistake.
I don't know how much tape we got here, so just one.
God, I don't know what kind of mistake I could say I made. Yeah, by trying to farm.
Oh, I guess I was thinking about maybe making one whole wall shorter.
Oh no, I can't remember.
Well,
Well, I'm
that's
sure
good.
I did.
Yeah.
I'm sure I did, but I can't recall anything on this. I know one thing I've always had in the back of my mind is I built a house, had a crew working, and they put a doggone closet door in crooked. And I was so disgusted, I just said, hell with it, I did straighten it. And I bet you today it's still crooked.
Whose house?
Myers, south of Navajo.
Huh.
Larry Myers' mother.
How many houses did you build?
Oh, God. 11, 12. Well, I built the Canadian customs up there, all those up
Oh,
there.
that's right. Uh-huh.
And then I built 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, 7 complete houses. And I built them, moved the dirt, and everything.
Clear to the finish work? All the way
Finished
through
work.
to the finish work.
Chigons, I even helped to move in.
Ah, that's neat. But you wanted to be a farmer.
And that's why I started out after the army. I was going to be a farmer.
Ah,
That was with CC's.
What did you do there though?
At that time, they knew they were going to go to war, so we were building runways for airplanes. And I went up there with CC's and helped build it. I was a cook when I was up there. I cooked for all these other men that was doing that other kind of work.
so where all have you traveled in your life?
Well, let's see. I've been put in every state in the Union, up to Alaska, England, Germany, France, Switzerland.
Which one made the biggest impression on you?
Oh, Germany.
How come?
Oh, God, that's a beautiful country. The way they kept everything was so neat. I mean, where it wasn't bombed and stuff. I mean, the landscaping and the riverbeds. Oh, God, and their trees. They're all cleaned on, no underbrush or anything, you know. Because they used everything in Germany. Well, France too. France too.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was really impressive. And anyway, we butchered a lot of it up, you know. Shot all the houses up. There was nothing, big cities. Probably the tallest thing was the chimney sticking up, you know. That's how bad it was. But the landscaping around and everything. And how the people were. We complete bits here. I've seen women out there running oxen, working their fields in oxen.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it just... And little kids begging for food and stuff. Oh, it was something. It was something.
How about here in the United States? What state impressed you most?
Well, I hated every damn one but Montana.
That's why we're here.
No, I tell you what. See, I've been across a lot of these states, but I've only lived in Louisiana and Texas. You know, that's where my basic training was.
Uh-huh.
And you always put your hell for all the army stuff.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't want to judge which is the best and which is not, because,
But you've always liked Montana.
oh yeah, betcha. Yeah. That's the state. That's the only state. You're one of my grandkids. And well, wish them all good health, happiness, and use good judgment. Don't let the other fellow you lead, don't let the other fellow lead. Because you're a better leader than they are. You're wiser. So just listen and you can get to the top by being honest and good.
You really used the camera a lot when I was a baby.
Yes.
It wasn't as easy, was it? You had those
Yeah,
great big lights and
Yeah,
everything.
not only that, but it didn't cost you that much. You know, it used to cost us damn near $10 a roll. You know. $5, about $8 because so much for entertainment. I mean, to get them developed too.
Oh, that's right. You don't even have